have a purpose, you find somebody with a purpose and you grab on. Balance have no borders, so we don't have borders. It's a moment of silence just to reflect on the young brothers who got murdered.
I grind, do you? It's Ilyasha Shivers. This morning, I'm here with Brother Kenny Carter, who's president of F.A.I.T.H, which stands for Fathers Alive in the Hood. And basically, we're here kicking it, doing some reflection on this past Saturday's peace walk. And basically just want to let you know a little bit about him, a little bit about the movement, and what you have to look forward to this summer.
Okay. Well, you know, all I can say about this move, like the walk this past Saturday, man, if you didn't make it, hopefully we see you next year, or even the walks to come, because you know it's just not in far Rockaway. We like throughout the city. It's just time for a change, you know, and the change comes within us when we start changing our way of thinking. A lot of people will be like, yo, what's the sense of getting up, marching and walking and shouting and screaming and things of that nature? But, you know, I tell them it's really not a reason. Our purpose is called people service. We know we have to learn how to serve one another and be honest about why we're here. A lot of us are here and we have no purpose. They have no clue on their purpose. And it's like, somebody once told me, they say, look, if you don't have a purpose, you find somebody with a purpose and you grab on.
Exactly.
You say, listen, let's ride. As long as that purpose is positive, you know, and I really stress that word positive because we got some brothers, man, that'll be out here real quick. They get a brick and they be like, yo, listen, homies, we gonna get this money and this is how we gonna do it. And everybody be like, yeah, ready to ride out, shoot, kill, whatever. We gonna take this block. Next thing you know, police come, lock their asses up, block's still there. And it's just a whole, you know, a whole nother cycle, man. And we've been in that life before. So, you know, with this movement, we got some brothers that were incarcerated. We got some brothers that never been to jail. We got brothers that's in the church. We got brothers that work 9 to 5s. We got brothers that speak different languages. We got brothers that deal with different religions and belief factors. But see, what brings us together is a common purpose of understanding that our future is within our children, and that we are the role models. We the ones that they look up to and they follow. We have great leaders that we as men, we look back at our past and we not idolize, but we can visualize the realization that there was at a point in time with our people when we had unity, we had strength, we had economic resources, we had situations in our lives that we could actually take that recall and be like, yo, could you remember back when? We don't do that nowadays. A lot of us, you know, we focus so much solely on the materialistic parts of life and the materialism period where, you know, we kind of block out our past. But with F.A.I.T.H, you know, we started doing the walks for an awareness, you know, and it's like it has to be an awareness in the community that people we remember. Like a lot of our great movements started with walks and marches and brothers that were just activists and they were just out here for a purpose, man. And right now where we at, it's like, you know, a lot of people do not want to participate. A lot of people just feel like, you know, it's a waste of time. But let me assure you something, right? What we do, we like farmers and we like to plant seeds. And when those seeds, right, those seeds eventually they blossom and they bloom. And a lot of times, you know, when we do this, we can plant a seed of peace in a child's heart. We can plant a seed of peace in the heart of a mother that was just, you know, abused, and her mind is just like nobody cares. See, like we are advocates for all of the right things. We are advocates when it comes to beating on your spouse. We're against that. We don't believe no man should hit a woman for no purpose, reason at all. She's a woman. You want to fight? Fight a man.
Exactly.
You wanna shoot? Put the gun down. Throw your hands up. Like, you know, these are things that you know, the principles how we were raised and doing, you know, just the thinking process. What happened is a lot of young men nowadays, man, are emotional. They over emotional, and some people say it stems from being raised by your moms and not having your father there. Some people say it's an emotional imbalance because when we have to deal with the ending result is always in front of the judge. And when we really want to sit back and think about that, before we even got to the judge, it was already a mental imbalance because we was just being raised by one side, the right side, which is an emotional side, which is the side that the female actually prevails. The male use the left side of the brain, which is the logic. So if we have all emotion and no logic, you got an individual that's responding just off an impulse.
Exactly.
So now, like, if you ever looked at the department, if you ever went to a courthouse, you seen it was a statue there holding a scale, and the scale is imbalance. It's a woman. She blindfolded, right? She don't see nothing. But yet, when they say only God can judge you, you go sit in front of a judge. 9 times out of 10 is a man, and he got a big sign over the back of his head saying, "God we trust." But yet now, I'm here because I got so many different emotions, and I don't know how to respond properly, and I don't use my logic when it's time to get in a situation. I just be like, later for it. I'm a reactor, and we find ourselves in situations because we don't think. You know, our message for our young men is more. It's time to think. It's time to use that logic. It's time to awaken that spirit of understanding so that you could actually start functioning properly in this world as it is today. Today is not a world that you can just react. We got phones that's smarter than people. People walk around stupid with smartphones. So we gotta understand that life right now is at a whole nother change. It's not like it was in the 60s. It's not like it was in the 50s. We in 2013. In 2013, there's so many things that's transpiring with these laws, these legislations. Like even the way that you look at homosexuality is being like distorted. You know what I mean? To the point where they won't allow God in the school, but they quick to say, all right, we gonna permit 2 gay parents and whatnot. What happened? Where we go wrong? You know, it's a lot of different moral disputes that individuals have because they can't really comprehend who they are. And for you to know who you are, it takes that peace within self. You know, and a lot of us, man, we at war. And we ain't talking about Iraq. You at war within yourself. You know, there's some things that we have to do as far as implementing positive change in our communities.
Killing us. Killing us. Killing us. Killing us. Killing us. Killing us.
1, 2, 3. Peace.
Peace.
1, 2, 3.
Peace. Back again. I grind. Do you? Kenny Carter. Faith. Fathers in the Hood. Like I said, those who missed the march, like I said, you really missed something. I mean, a lot of times, what you don't realize is that there's much more going on than just a march. You know what I'm saying? There's a spirit, there's elements that's there that you could take back with you that inspire you to go further. And I know after starting the F.A.I.T.H, passing through, when you got the Edgeman, tell me what happened. You know what I mean? What was it like when you got there?
Yo, when we got to Edgeman, you know, it was crazy. The night before, a young man got murdered. We planned this march over like a month ago, like more than a month ago. We started promoting for the march throughout the community.
Right.
It wasn't a plan for somebody to die, but it's just the irony of you know, just being proactive. You know, and that was what we were doing. We were being proactive so that we could plant those seeds within our community. We have to plant the seeds, and one of the chants was, you know, enough of us killing us.
Exactly.
To save our children is enough, you know, is a must.
Just a moment of silence just to reflect
A young brother got killed.
on the young brothers who got murdered. Somebody here got hit by a car. There was a brother who got murdered across the street over there by them gates. They still got the RIPs writing up on the gate. So, you know, we just want to take a moment of silence right quick just to reflect on the life of our children that's going to be living, and we're going to make sure of that.
You know, just to get right there where a young man was gunned down at, we seen it was like a few people that was already outside sitting in the bench, near the benches and whatnot, where he got gunned down at. And you know, the candles, everything was there. You know, the hood paraphernalia, man. When somebody passes away, man, you see hot wax and, you know, Philly fillings, empty bottles of liquor. You know, people that we just can't deal with our emotions. Like, we just going to another stage, you know. Just to see the people, man, the response, that the people was just in shock. Because first off, like, it wasn't a march for that particular situation. We had no idea that somebody was going to get gunned down that night before. And it was sad is, I don't know, you know, the situation or the altercation with all the particulars of that. I don't know none of that. You know, we just found out the brother name is Keith. That's as far as I know. The brother is his name. I heard his name. But just because a person doesn't feel connected to somebody that got murdered physically, we connected through spirit. Who knows, you know, the spirit that anyone possesses until it's fully developed. A lot of us, we spiritually stagnated because of our ways that's caught up in this physical world. A lot of us can't move to that next level of spirituality because we too busy. We caught up in our flesh. We caught up with our lust. We caught up with the material things that prevents us from elevating as human beings, and or from human beings to being the godly beings that we are. Some of us are more in tune than others, but for those who are in tune, they made that march. You know, with some of us that wanted to make it, they was praying for the brothers that was out there. I know it was some people that's watching this right now that say, you know, well, I prayed for you. You know what I'm saying? But just to experience that love and that community. Because see, his father's alive in the hood, but we got to understand the word hood is just a breakdown, abbreviation for a neighborhood. And sometimes you got to put that neighbor back in the hood. You gotta understand that you can knock on somebody's door and just don't ask for something. Just be like, yo, I ain't see you in a few days. I'm just checking on you, seeing if you alright. Alright, cool. That's cool. You need anything? Yeah, you know, some people don't want to ask you for nothing. Because that's just how we, as black people, that's how we are. Like, if we need something, we ain't gonna ask nobody for nothing, man. I got family that I don't even, I need it. I don't want to make that call because I don't want to hear no. So I just push and go forward. But that experience at Edgemere, man, it showed the people, you know, that there's actually people out here that care. You know, a lot of the anger and frustration was thrown towards the police and whatnot, because, you know, they felt, the police knew about the situation. And listen, regardless, to me, I look at it like whoever may have knew about it, the whole thing is we cannot change what happened. So for us to keep harnessing that negative energy, and it's not going to do nothing but make things more bitter within. So then, you know, how you respond to a situation really might determine your fate in the future. Like, let's say, like, you know, I'm pent up and I'm bent out of shape because I know police out here violating our youth. Like I witnessed something in Redfern not too long ago, like a week or so ago. Police jumped out the car, slammed a little kid off the bike onto the ground. That was around the same time they was doing the election for president for the project presidents over there. And they put police, big, 200 some change, about 4 of them. They all had to be at least 2 and some change. The kid was like $110. Little dude. They put the back of their foot all on the kid's neck, had him on the ground, talking about they got a call, he had a gun. Ain't no gun on site though. Like, you know, so certain things like that, if I harness that, the next time a cop stop me, I'll probably be like, on aggressive too, like
Yeah.
you know, on point.
Yeah.
But you know, I like to use this logic, you know. Like it's time when like when we become emotional, man. Situations be real, be real. Put it like that. Word.
For those of you who weren't able to attend the march, I know I checked out myself. We want to give them the Facebook information.
Yeah.
You know, I looked at some of the photos myself. I mean, I was there, but just I couldn't extend through the whole process. But just to see the love that was shown as they, you know what I'm saying, made their path.
But you look, he ain't saying this. Look, the reason why he couldn't make, he brought the kids with him. He's being a father. And check it out, he's also being a father figure. You know what I'm saying? So some of us got responsibilities and we understand. Even a couple of the brothers that was marching with us, they was like, yo, we got probably past the bungalows and going towards the 40s. They was like, yo, listen, bro, I got the kids at home. We deal with real live men, man, with responsibility. You know what I mean? And they being men about what they need to be men about, man. And that's one of them. Other than keeping God first, we got to keep our families first. You know, that's right after God. Because once we keep God first, He gonna make sure our families and every other need and necessity that we want in this world is being taken care of. But like the brother said, you know, you want to see what we doing? Check us out on YouTube. You go to YouTube and you put in Fathers Alive in the Hood on the search engine. Our channel is called Sygu, SYGU, the number 2, then YOU. That's Sygu is step your game up, you know, and that's to those who need to. So that's why Sygu to you. And Fathers Alive in the Hood on Facebook.
Right.
You know, just keep it 100. You know, we out here for a purpose. We not only in far Rockaway, we in Brooklyn, we in Queens, like Queens, the overall Queens period. Manhattan. We gonna probably be in Harlem for this next the cipher. Bring the cipher back. This next one we about to do soon. Even the Bronx. In fact, we got an event coming up June 1st. Nassau, Roosevelt. Y'all know where Roosevelt at? Exit 21. We gonna be in the Roosevelt Library, public library over there on right off of Nassau Road. June 1st, 1 o'clock from 1 to 5. We're having a men's forum, man. We inviting the men that's out in Nassau, the side of the murdering and the killing that's going on out there. Like, it don't stop, man. Violence have no borders, so we don't have borders. You know what I mean? We men don't have borders. We everywhere. See, it's a global initiative. Fathers Alive in the Hood is a global initiative, but we understand we got to go block by block, borough by borough, state by state. And that's just what it is. You know?
So, but before we cut it off, I know I definitely make sure you got all the information, Facebook, YouTube.
Oh yeah, Twitter Sygu, SYGU.
Twitter, follow on Twitter. Cause like I said, I mean, they out here, they gonna be out here. So either you need to, if you can't support physically, you can support by sending your children out, support by sending your prayers up, support by just, you know what I'm saying, taking that same spirit and trying to implement it into your own everyday life. But like you said, one hood at a time, one block at a time, one state at a time. And we just gotta make it happen.
Yeah. And we officially a 501c3 under public charities. So, you know, that is a write-off for those who, you know, in corporate situations and they got a certain amount of funds that they got to get rid of and they want to do it for a good cause. Show love, get love. We out here, we going to show and prove that our tactics are working. We not only just in the streets, but we're in the schools as well. When you check out our pages, some of the videos, you'll see we interact with the children. We got sign-in sheets. So we're going to show you by the numbers what we doing. Closer to the heart. Hey man, I'm gonna tell you like this. Sometimes everybody else grind, but I grind. Do you? That's a real question. Because everybody grind ain't the same. Real talk. You ever put a piece of charcoal under a certain amount of pressure? Either turn to dust or turn it into a diamond. And diamonds, we don't shine, we reflect. And I reflect what's direct. You heard?